On behalf of the Utah High School Activities Association, we welcome you to the state 3A soccer tournament. Today's semifinal game features the Ogden Tigers and the Manti Templars. And now let's meet the starting lineups for today's game. First of all, welcome the designated visiting team, the Ogden Tigers. In goal, a senior, 00, Grace Malin. A freshman, number 1, Estella Gonzalez. A senior, number 5, Hannah Lewis. Senior, number 7, Abby Wallace. A senior, number 8, Kate Pulley. Sophomore, number 9, Sophia Gray. A senior, number 10, Bella Gray. Sophomore, number 17, Seren G. Sophomore, number 22, Gracelyn Litz. Sophomore, number 24, Elle Weston. And a junior, number 26, Megan Buse. The head coach of Ogden is Alexi King, assisted by Jesse Hardigan and Carly Hill. The principal is Shauna Haney. And now let's meet the starting lineup for the designated home team, the Manti Templars. In goal, a junior, number 58, Alyssa Whitney. Junior, number 13, Carly Tanner. Junior, number 15, Danny Alder. Senior, number 18, Cambry Thompson. Sophomore, number 19, Mackenzie Chittister. Sophomore, number 20, Chloe Olson. Sophomore, number 21, Hattie Rasmussen. Junior, number 24, Taylor Mickelson. Junior, number 25, Elena Jimenez. Senior, number 28, Ella Mayfield. And senior, number 30, Brooklyn Olson. The head coach of Manti is Nate Bridges, assisted by Mike Tanner and Joel Chittister. The principal is Karen Soper. Let's meet today's officials. The referee is Mark.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
Welcome into the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. I'm Alex Napolis. We're here at Zions Bank Stadium for Game 2 of the 3A semifinals, and it involves the number 2 in the RPI, the Manti Templars, taking on the number 6 in the Ogden Tigers. Final preparations here as we get ready to get this one underway again. Game 2 of the 3A semifinals. It'll be the Manti Templars in the red, shooting to the right of your screen. And it will be the Ogden Tigers in the white with the orange shorts, shooting to the left of your screen here in the first half. We are underway as the Manti Templars get it started here in this one, with the Templars looking to keep possession, ball given away, and now the Tigers in possession with Bella Gray. Gray will go out wide, nicely cut out by Manti. Good step over on that far sideline by Ella Mayfield. Now the Tigers on the attack. The cross comes into the box, takes a deflection. Still Ogden on the attack. It's Weston trying to cross it in, and it'll take a deflection out of bounds and out. We'll have a corner kick coming up for the Ogden Tigers. And an opportunity here for Ogden off the set piece in the early goings of this first half. Ogden will cross it into the box. Goes near post. Pulley is there into the hands of Alyssa Whitney. As Whitney forced into a save. Pulley off the header. Good start here for the Tigers. Trying to find an opportunity off the corner. It's going to be Taylor Mickelson who tried to bring it down. Ball given away. Back with Ogden in possession. Hannah Lewis plays it in the middle for Gray. And then the ball given away. Now here come the Templars with Chloe Olson. Olson up the sideline. Coming across defensively is Estela Gonzalez. Still Manti in possession now. Tiger ball. Here comes Gonzalez. Gonzalez up the sideline. Trying to play it into Pulley. Nicely brought in by Kate Pulley. Pulley looking to play it out wide in the direction of Elle Weston. Weston giving chase, but it'll go out of bounds and out. Good start here from both sides in game 2 of this 3A semifinal. The Morgan Trojans awaiting an opponent after beating Judge Memorial 2-1 in game 1 of the semifinals. Pulley with the shot from distance, and Alyssa Whitney again forced into a save. The first 2 most dangerous opportunities of this first half go to the Ogden Tigers. Brought down by Olson. Trying to connect out wide with Brooklyn Olson, but it goes out of bounds and out for the throw-in. Tigers. Ball back in play. Ball booted over the top, looking in the direction of Pulley. It'll take a bounce, and Manti now in possession, booted away. Olson cuts inside. Olson gets it out wide. And now booted over the top. Gonzalez there to intercept for the Tigers. Let's take a look at these two sides here in game 2. It is the Manti Templars led by head coach Nate Bridges coming to this one at 18-1 overall, 13-1 in Region 12 play, tied at the top of the region. And come in as the number 2 in the RPI with 108 goals scored on the season, 10 goals against for the Templars. Their one loss on the year comes to Canyon View in region play. Ended up losing that one 3-2 in the penalty shootout. Here come the Tigers. The cross comes in. Pulley at the top of the 18, inside the box, brought down. Pulley goes down. And ball coming the other way for the Templars. Will have a stoppage in play as Pulley remains down after the play. Welcome back into Zions Bank Stadium. Kate Pulley, leading goal scorer for the Ogden Tigers. Again, 35 goals, 8 assists on the year for Ogden. Had to be carried off to the sideline over on that far end by the Ogden staff. And we'll have the ball back in play. Ball goes out to Gray. Bella Gray trying to play it in. Finds Seren G. G doing a good job to keep possession. G now looking for options. Plays it back into Bella Gray. Gray will play it back to Sophia Gray. And now the Templars trying to win back possession. Ball booted up and out. Brought down by Chloe Olson. Now ball played in for Weston. Weston out to G. G taking a shot from distance and safely into the hands of Alyssa Whitney for the Manti Templars, trying to find an opportunity here to clear their lines. For the Manti Templars, again, 18-1 overall, 13-1 in region play. got the first round bye thanks to that number 2 seed. Ball played in here for the Tigers. Played out to Gray. Bella Gray into the box. Bella Gray taking a shot. And Gray into the hands of Whitney. And Alyssa Whitney here in the early goings of this first half has to be forced to make a couple of big saves. Another opportunity for the Tigers denied by Whitney. As that ball goes out wide, here come the Templars on the attack. Out of bounds and out, nicely covered by the Ogden defense. We'll have a throw-in Templars over on that far sideline. Ball back in play. And ball booted away by the Ogden defense once more. Templars still with the ball, trying to get onto the attack. And nicely cut out. Here comes G for the Tigers. G looking to play it through to Weston. Weston using her speed to get past the Templars defense. G into the box, or excuse me, Weston into the box. And nicely defended by the Templars, booted away and out momentarily by Mayfield. Ogden saw the attack. The shot, Whitney again forced into a save, spills in front of goal. And Alyssa Whitney able to recover. The junior goalkeeper again coming up with a nice save. In the middle now for Olsen. And quickly won back by the Tigers. Gray playing it out to Bella Gray. Bella Gray taking a shot from distance. Whitney again punches that up into the air, brings it in, and denies the long distance effort from Bella Gray. Bella Gray bringing it down. Goes out wide to Wallace. Wallace will have to support herself with Hannah Lewis all the way back. As Ogden here retained possession, Bella Gray over on that far sideline trying to get around Hattie Rasmussen. And Rasmussen doing a good job here to deny the turn from Bella Gray, out of bounds and out. A throw in for Ogden over on the far sideline. The Ogden Tigers with all the momentum. The ball whipped into the box. Booted away by Jimenez. And now Jimenez there again, declared away for the Templars. Only to find Bella Gray. Plays it to Sophia Gray. Back into Sophia Gray. Takes a deflection. G. Back to Bella. Bella Gray looking for options. Plays it into Seren G. G taking a shot. Takes a deflection off of Jimenez. Still an opportunity for the Tigers. A shot from distance. That goes safely into the hands of Whitney. Elle Watson trying to test Whitney from distance, but out Alyssa Whitney comes up big for the Templars again. Ball brought in by Chittister. It's a Chloe Olsen who goes out wide to Mayfield. Mayfield tries to play it up the sideline, and instead it'll go out of bounds and out for the throw over on that far sideline. Brought in by Chittister. Chittister plays it to Olsen. Chloe Olsen trying to get it out to Brooklyn Olsen. Olsen giving chase. Brooklyn Olsen now on the ball. And Brooklyn Olsen up the sideline, trying to get around Litz. But Litz doing a good job defensively to deny the cross coming into the box. Substitution here for the Templars as Carly Tanner into the game.
Number 11, Madeline Bridges, replacing number 21.
Or excuse me, Madeline Bridges into the game. Off comes Rasmussen. The cross comes in. Bridges turns, supports herself. The Templars trying to find something on the attack with Cambry Thompson, but Thompson can't play it in. Nicely defended by the Tigers. Now here come the Templars on the attack. Trying to turn the ball there was Taylor Mickelson. Ball comes out now to the Templars with Bridges. Bridges playing it back. Lands at Brooklyn Olsen. Olsen trying to get around Litz, but Litz doing a great job defensively. And here's Litz to G. G losing out possession for Ogden. Quickly won back by the Tigers. Here's Sophia Gray. Now out wide to Bella Gray. Nicely defended by the Templars. Goes out of bounds, and now a throw-in coming up here for Ogden. On that far sideline for the Tigers. 13-7 overall under first-year head coach Alexis King. King finished 9-1 in region play. Tied for first at the top of Region 13. They are the number 6 in the RPI, coming to this one with 89 goals scored on the season. A shot from distance, testing Whitney. Again, 89 goals scored on the season, 23 goals against. A couple of big losses early in the season. Lost to Northridge 4-1, lost to Brighton 4-3 in the penalty shootout. Lost to Davis, a finalist for the 6A championship game. And then in region play, able to beat the Morgan Trojans the first time around 2-1. Morgan came back and beat Ogden the second time around 3-2. Got the first round bye. Played at number 11 Delta in the second round, beat them 7-0. And then last week against earlier this week against number 3 Canyon View was able to win 7-0 to set themselves up here in a semifinal matchup. And a substitution as G has to come out. Last season, this Ogden Tigers side made it to the championship game to play region rival Morgan. Ended up beating them 3-1 in that 3A championship game. They are the defending champions.
Ogden substitution number 33, Bradley Thomas.
This year, Ogden looking for championship number 5. Won it back in 2001. Has the second in 2011, 2019, 2021, and 2023. It's been a dominant couple of years here in 3A for Ogden, as they look to make it back-to-back as the number 6 in the RPI. That ball safely into the hands of Malin. And now here come the Ogden Tigers. Ball out wide to Sophia Gray. Or excuse me, that's Bella Gray. Gray plays it up to Weston. Weston back to Gray. Gray gets it to Weston. Weston trying to connect back with Bella Gray. Cut out by the Templars. Ball booted away by Manti. Ogden quickly back in possession, but only momentarily. And now lands to Moss. Cut out by Chloe Olson. And here come the Templars. Trying to play to Brooke Olson. Cut out by Ogden. Controlled and brought down by Alder. Ball given away. Here come the Tigers with Moss. The cross comes in and straight at Alyssa Whitney. Excuse me, that was Megan Buse on the cross. Will go straight into the hands of Whitney, and Whitney can collect and clear. Alyssa Whitney will boot this one out, and it will remain Ogden ball in the attacking third. This is a Manti Templar side who last season were knocked out by Juan Diego in the quarterfinals. 3-2 in that one. Now a year later, have a chance to fight for a 3A championship game.
And Alicia Francisco.
But first have to get past the defending champs in Ogden. Now into Sophia Gray. Leaves it for Buse. Buse cuts it out to her left. Trying to take the shot. Nicely defended by Jimenez. And Jimenez able to get that one out for the corner kick. Corner coming up for the Ogden Tigers with 25:30 left to go here in the first half. Been a good start for the Ogden Tigers. All the pressure right now on that Templars defense as Ogden try to take an early lead. The cross comes in, goes back post. A header from Weston. Can't redirect it on frame. as it goes across the face of goal, out of bounds and out for the goal kick. Carly Tanner to boot this one away. Quickly went back by the Tigers. Sophia Gray plays it to Weston. Weston trying to get around 3 Manti Templar defenders. Booted away, but only to find Buse. Buse, the cross comes in, goes back post. Bella Gray giving chase. And cut out there by Chittister. One back by Bella Gray. Gray crosses it in, goes near post as it goes out of bounds and out for the goal kick. 24-10 left to go here in the first. We're all tied up at 0-0. If you're just joining us, Kate Pulley, the leading goal scorer for the Ogden Tigers, had to step off for Ogden. Of course, we hope that she's okay and able to return later on. Right now, Ogden playing without their top goal scorer in Pulley, 35 goals on the season. But Ogden has all the pressure on right now on this Templars defense. Alyssa Whitney, the junior goalkeeper for Manti, having to come up with a couple of huge saves already here in this first half. Bridges gets that ball to Chloe Olsen. Olsen playing it out to Brooklyn Olsen. And Litz comes across, gets a deflection on the ball. It'll go out of bounds and out. Templars with the throw. Chloe Olsen bringing it in. Playing it back out to Brooklyn Olsen. The cross comes into the box, goes near post. Bridges taking a shot from the top of the 18. We have a handball and a penalty. Just what the Templars needed. A penalty for Manti coming up, a handball inside the box. And from 12 yards out, Manti can take the lead. It'll be Taylor Mickelson, the junior, coming up to take the penalty against Grace Mallon, the senior goalkeeper for the Ogden Tigers. Mickelson against Mallon. 22:45 left here in the first half. Manti looking to take the lead. The whistle. Mickelson steps up and puts it off the crossbar. No good on the penalty as it hits the top crossbar, goes out. And a goal kick for Ogden. Taylor Mickelson, 33 goals on the season. Had the opportunity to put the Templars up. Off the penalty, can't convert. And we remain deadlocked at 0-0. Bridges now for Manti. Chittister floats one in. Brooklyn Olsen trying to bring it down. A Tiger down behind the play. It looks like that's Hannah Lewis who is down, and we'll have a stoppage in play. Stoppage in play here as an Ogden Tiger down after the play. Hannah Lewis now back on her feet. Good to see Lewis up. And we'll have a drop ball to get things rolling back here at Zions Bank Stadium. Ball back in play. Gonzalez will go back and boot it away. Brought down by Moss. Connects here on the near sideline with Buse. Buse back to Moss. Moss cuts inside at the middle of the park. Plays it out wide to Bella Gray. Bella Gray has time and space. Now looking for options. Plays it back to Sophia Gray. Out wide, Weston. Ball cut out by the Templars. And booted away now by Manti. Hannah Lewis stepping up, trying to win that ball back for Ogden. Does, looking for support. Out wide to Litz. Litz back to Moss. Moss playing it to Lewis. Against Olsen. Chloe Olsen trying to win it back defensively for the Templars. Comes off the ref. And a foul called here. $20-25 left to go here in the first, and we'll have an opportunity to get this one back in play for Ogden. Mallon plays it short to Gonzalez. Gonzalez up now to Moss. Moss with a heavy touch, one back by the Templars. A foul called and a free kick coming up for Manti. It'll be Tanner to take for the Templars. Tanner boots it up, looking for Chittister, trying to bring it in. Chittister now giving chase. Booted out and away by Francisco. Or excuse me, that was Hannah Lewis booting that one away. Substitutions coming up for both sides.
Correction for Manti, number 25, Brady Nobla.
Chittister to throw it in for the Templars over on that far sideline. Ball back in play at the top of the 18. Bridges is there, brought down. Mickelson trying to bring it in. Now it's Brooklyn Olsen. And Olsen trying to get around her defensive mark, but a good defensive effort by the Tigers takes a deflection off of Ogden. And we'll have a corner kick coming up for the Templars. It'll be Cambry Thompson here to take, goes near post, and booted out by the Tigers. Only momentarily as Bridges takes a shot from the top of the 18, booted away by the Ogden Tigers. Brought in by Manti. And now Gonzalez boots this one away. It's Jimenez giving chase, and Jimenez has to get this one away. Throw-in coming up here for the Ogden Tigers. Ball back in play with Buse. Buse leaves it for Weston. Weston back to Morgan Buse. Cut out by the Templars. Nicely defended by Thompson. And now Brooklyn Olsen looking to play it to Chittister. Chittister has space. Chittister cuts inside. Chittister gets around one. And a big defensive play by Capri Cloven to come across and deny Chittister from getting past another Ogden Tiger defender. Has to just poke it away for the corner. And now Manti with a set piece opportunity. Thompson crosses it in. Brought down by Brooklyn Olsen. Booted away by Gonzalez. And Ogden get it away for the throw-in. Templar ball here on the near sideline. Ball back in play. And booted out. Into the box. Takes a deflection. Cleared away by the Tigers as Bella Gray now brings it in. Bella Gray trying to direct traffic, looking for options. Plays it up to Weston. Weston, nice control by Weston. Gets around Jimenez. Weston now into the box. Defended by Tanner. Weston trying to get a shot off. Huge save by Alyssa Whitney and saved off the line by Jimenez. And put over the top by Buse. How did that not go in? Whitney forced into a save. Jimenez clearing it off the line. And then Morgan Buse
number 30, Brooklyn Olsen.
hits it, And it goes
Ogden
over the bar and
substitutions
out.
number 4, Alina
And
Aparicio.
Manti dodged
And
a
number 5,
huge
Emma Lewis.
opportunity there for the Tigers. Ball back in play with Ogden. It's Moss. Playing it back to Gonzalez. Gonzalez now playing it to Buse. Buse cuts back out. Buse just outside the box. Gets it back on her right. Tries to find support and intercepted by the Templars. That's Lillian Waston making the interception. Mickelson trying to get it up the sideline. It goes out of bounds and out. Tiger throw here on the near side with Cloven to throw it in. Leaves it short for Aparicio. And now we have a whistle. Ball goes out. The throw in coming up here for the Manti Templars. 15-10 left to go here in the first half, and how this game is still level at 0-0. Ogden have had the better of the opportunities here in the first half. A big one earlier as Whitney forced into a save, and then Jimenez clearing off the line. But Manti defensively holding strong, now looking for their opportunity to get forward. See if we have a goal in this one prior to the halftime break. Ball played out wide to Bella Gray. Trying to cut back out up the sideline. Gray goes to ground, a foul called. And a free kick coming up here for the Tigers. Free kick for Ogden. Chance here to whip it into the box and see if they can try to create some chaos. 2 on the wall for the Templars. Only 4 Ogden Tigers inside the box. And we'll count out the wall. And now we'll have an opportunity here to see the Tigers whip one in. Bella Gray standing over the ball to take. The cross from Gray comes in near post. Takes a bounce into the hands of Whitney. Spills. And Alyssa Whitney once again comes up big for Manti. Boots this one away. Aparicio there bringing it down. Now leaves it for Moss. Moss will play it back out. Manti trying to intercept. Here's Thompson playing it out here to the near side for Waston. Waston goes to ground while ball went back by Cloven and the Tigers. And that one will just roll through out of bounds and out for the goal kick. Substitutions coming up
Substitution number 10
for both sides.
Leslie Morales. For Ogden, number 9, Sophia Gray into the game.
A goal kick here for Manti, an opportunity to boot this one away. Quickly went back by Buse. In for Weston. Weston turns. Weston trying to get a shot off at the top of the 18. Weston with the shot, and Weston with the goal! Gets past 1, gets past 2. Ella Weston puts one into the top corner. And the Tigers take a lead.
L. Weston. Ogden 1, Manti 0.
The sophomore L. Weston scores goal number 18 on the season and puts the Tigers ahead. Substitutions coming up for Ogden as well prior to the restart.
Number 6, Annalicia Francisco.
And here with 12:07 left to
and
go
number 22, Graceland Litz.
in the first half, the Ogden Tigers have taken a lead thanks to that goal from El Weston. Ball booted away by the Templars. Throwing it in here on the near side, it's Francisco. Ball in for Aparicio. Ball comes back out to the near side for Francisco. Playing it to Weston, the goal scorer. Turns, gets it on the right. Plays it out to Bella Gray. Bella Gray into the middle now for Aparicio. Aparicio goes back to Lewis. Lewis back in for Aparicio. Lewis running. Aparicio looking for options. As she goes to ground. Nothing there as we play on. Brooklyn Olsen brings it in. Olsen now looking up the sideline for Waston. Cut out by Francisco. Back to Mallon, and Mallon will boot this one away for the Tigers. Jimenez. Cut out by Litz over on that far sideline. Ball given away. Here come the Templars. As Bridges tries to cut that one inside. Nicely defended and recovered by the Tigers. As that ball out over on that far sideline, we'll have a Templar throw-in coming up. Substitutions for the Templars as well. Chloe Olsen checking back into the game. As well as number 24, Taylor Mickelson. And they'll wait on the Mickelson substitution. It'll just be Chloe Olsen for the moment. Brought in by Chittister. And we'll have a foul called. Free kick coming up here for the Manti Templars, trailing 1-0. Ball booted away by the Templars off the free kick. Brought in by Brooklyn Olsen. Trying to turn. Out now to Chittister. Chittister can't get around G. As Seren G doing a great job defensively for Ogden. Boots this one away. And now the Templars trying to get back in possession. One back by Bella Gray. Given away. Here come Manti. Out to Chittister. Has an opportunity to whip one into the box. Plays it to the top of the 18. Brought down by Waston. Waston trying to get around Francisco. Waston playing it to Olsen. Olsen losing out on the ball. Wins it back. Leaving it for Brooklyn Olsen. Plays it back to Chloe Olsen. And now Bella Gray in possession for Ogden as that ball is given away. Bella Gray looking for options. Plays it to G. G cuts it back. Has to go back to Hannah Lewis as Lewis boots this one over the top. Tanner there with the boot. Bridges playing it into Rasmussen. Ball given away as Ogden back in possession. Sophia Gray goes back to Gonzalez. Gonzalez will go all the way back to Milan. Giving chase here is Morales, and Morales boots this one out of bounds and out. A corner kick coming up for the Tigers. Now number 24, Taylor Mickelson, will check in.
Mickelson. Reporting into the Ogden lineup, number 14, Caitlin Jensen.
Caitlin Jensen checking in for Ogden.
Riley Thomas.
As well
number
as
25, Reddy Moss.
Reichley Moss back into the game as well.
Correction, Reichley Moss.
Out of bounds and out over on that far sideline. It'll be another throw-in coming up for the Ogden Tigers with 7:25 left to go in the first. Ball booted over the top. Waston giving chase. Francisco there takes a heavy touch. Waston trying to get on the end of it. And Waston trying to get around Francisco will take a touch off of Waston. And that ball goes out of bounds and out. Goal kick coming up here for the Tigers. A substitution for the Templars as well. Number 15, Danny Alder back into the game.
Manti substitution number 15, Danny Alder.
Here comes
number 28,
Rasmussen. Rasmussen playing it to Waston. One back by Ogden. Tanner steps up. Weston steals it. Morales plays it to Bridges. Bridges with a heavy touch, looking out to Brooklyn Olsen giving chase. Olsen trying to do her best to keep that one from going out of bounds. And quickly taken off the throw-in for Ogden. Brought in by G. Out of bounds once more. The Tigers with a throw-in, or excuse me, the Manti Templars with a throw-in over on that far sideline. Substitution for the Templars as well. Mackenzie Chittister checking back into the game.
19, Mackenzie Chittister, replacing number 5, Lillian Wasden.
Ogden in possession with G. G looking to play it up the sideline as Caitlin Jansen over there giving chase. It'll go out of bounds and out. Throw in for the Templars coming up. 5:30 left to go here in the first. It is a 1-0 lead for the Ogden Tigers as Elle Weston able to find a goal with the shot just outside the top of the 18, but it passed Alyssa Whitney, and that is the difference so far here in Game 2 of the 3A semifinals. The Morgan Trojans await their opponent in the 3A championship game. Moss crosses it in, takes a deflection off of Tanner, and safely into the hands of Alyssa Whitney. Take this opportunity to remind you that after this one, we are not done. Coming up next here on the Rewind Sports Network, 2A girls soccer semifinal action as the American Heritage Patriots get ready to take on St. Joseph Jayhawks in Game 1 of the 2A semifinals. Coming up next here on KSLSports.com. And we'll have a stoppage in play as a Tiger down. Slowly getting up there is Braylee Thomas, the freshman, who will have to come off. Bella Gray back into the game.
Ogden substitutions. Number 4, Alina Aparicio.
Aparicio also
And
back
number 10,
into the game
Bella
for the
Gray.
Tigers. As the Templars here will throw it in to get it back into play. And now here come Ogden with Buse. Buse cuts inside. One back by Chloe Olsen. Aparicio there, battling out for possession. Player goes to ground. Aparicio can't get the ball back. Now it's Chittister trying to play it through to Olsen. And Grace Mallon doing a phenomenal job off her line to recover for the Tigers. Aparicio will play it back to Lewis. Across to Gonzalez. Gonzalez here to the near side for Francisco. Chittister trying to win it back. Here's Bridges for Manti. Bella Gray doing a good job winning that one back. Bella Gray turns back to Gonzalez. Francisco now on the near sideline. Francisco bringing it up for Ogden. Jimenez comes across. Jimenez boots this one away. It'll go out of bounds and out for the Tigers throw-in. 3 minutes left here in the first half. Aparicio cuts back, looks for support. Plays it into Francisco. Francisco goes out now to G. G teeing up a shot from distance. Instead, we'll play it out wide. It's Weston. Brought in by Bella Gray. A player goes to ground and a foul called. Free kick coming up now for the Manti Templars. Manti boots this one away. Out now to Brooklyn Olsen. In for Chloe Olsen. Bridges tries to poke one through to Mickelson. Instead, ball coming the other way. Hannah Lewis boots this one out for the Tigers. And that one will go out of bounds over on that far sideline. Mirella is throwing it in for Manti. G winning it back for Ogden. Back in for G, a heavy touch. And Gonzalez steps up. Here's possession Tigers. Buse losing out. Ball given away. And quickly recovered by the Ogden Tigers. Coming out now for Buse. Buse again looking for support. Plays it to Aparicio. Now it's Buse. Out wide to Bella Gray. Gray crosses it in, goes back post, and it goes over the bar and out for the goal kick. Not a bad effort there from Bella Gray, looking to catch Alyssa Whitney at the back post, but just puts a little bit too much under it as it goes over the bar and out for the goal kick. 55 seconds left in this first half. One back by Weston inside the box. Booted away by Morales. Comes out to Chloe Olsen, and Olsen has to get this one away, only to find G. Ogden still on the attack, trying to add a second prior to the halftime break. Now Manti breaking. There comes Mickelson on the counter. And Mickelson losing out the ball. Bella Gray with 20 seconds left. Bella Gray, the shot from distance. Goes over the bar and out for the goal kick.
10, 9, 8.
Countdown
7,
here at Zions Bank
6,
Stadium.
5,
Weston
4,
pressuring.
3,
Ball booted
2,
away.
1.
And that'll do it here for the first half of game number 2 of the 3A semifinals. It is the number 6 in the RPI, the Ogden Tigers, currently leading over the number 2 in the Manti Templars, thanks to a goal from L. Weston about halfway through that first half. Weston was able to bring a ball in, got a nice turn, got around one defender, was able to get around a second, and then just curled it into that top corner.
Chick-fil-A cares about success of
And that is the difference here so far in this first half. We'll take a quick step away here on the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. Don't go anywhere. Second half action, game 2 of the 3A semifinals. Coming up next on KSLSports.com. Welcome back into the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. Alex Annapolis here with you at Zions Bank Stadium. Game 2 of the 3A semifinals. The defending champions in the Ogden Tigers taking on the number 2 in the RPI, the Manti Templars. It is the Tigers who lead it 1-0 to start the second half thanks to a goal from Weston. About halfway through that first half, it is the Ogden Tigers in the white shooting to the right of your screen here in the second half, and it will be the Manti Templars in the red shooting to the left of your screen. Final preparations as we get ready to start the second half. See if Ogden can continue the high attacking pressure that they have had all game long, or if Manti might have an equalizer in them. Plenty of time for anything to happen as we get the second half underway at Zions Bank with Bella Gray over on that far sideline for Ogden. Cuts it back, plays it into the box to Sophia Gray. Out to Weston. Aparicio from distance forces Alyssa Whitney. into a save, and Alyssa Whitney has been extremely well for the Manti Templars, save after save, denying the Tigers from extending this lead. Alyssa Whitney, the junior. The cross comes in safely into the hands of Whitney. And win or loss for the Manti Templars this afternoon, there's no doubt that Whitney has been stellar. Goes out now into the middle of the park for Sophia Gray. The Tigers back in possession. Down goes Bella Gray. Sophia Gray doing a good job to win that one back for Ogden as she leaves it for Bella Gray. Ball coming out now for the Ogden Tigers. Chloe Olson defending. Bella keeping possession for Ogden. Here comes the goal scorer, Weston. And ball given away by the Tigers. Comes out now to Litz. Aparicio. Down to Gonzalez. Gonzalez playing it to Litz. Back now in the middle for Aparicio. Nice step here from L. Weston. Cuts inside. Weston playing it out to Buse. Buse with the shot from distance as it goes wide of the post. Another good start here for the Ogden Tigers in the second half. Maintaining to continue to have that pressure that they've had all game long on that Templars back line. The Templars doing a good job defensively so far here in this one. Just trail by the one. Ball goes out of bounds and out over on that far sideline. We'll have a throw in for the Templars and an opportunity to try to get something going in the attack for Manti. If you're just joining us for this second half here between the Ogden Tigers and the Manti Templars, early in that first half, the leading goal scorer for Ogden, Kate Pulley, went down. Bella Gray trying from distance. And oh, what a golazo from Bella Gray.
Goal, Ogden.
An incredible shot from distance. Goes over Alyssa Whitney and ends up in the back of the net. Golazo from Ogden as they extend the lead to 2. The number 6 in the RPI, the defending champions, now hold a 2-goal lead over the Templars, as Ogden looking for their opportunity to get back to the 3A championship game to defend their crown. Jimenez giving chase as that ball goes out of bounds and out. A goal kick coming up here for the Ogden Tigers, or excuse me, for the Manti Templars, as they boot this one away. Ball now at Aparicio for the Tigers. In for Sophia Gray. And ball booted out. Nicely cut out by Bella Gray. Out of bounds and out here on the near sideline for a Templar throw. And now ball coming in for Olson. Olson trying to bring it down. Instead, ball given away. Ella Weston trying to track it down. Will stop that one from going out of bounds. Does a great job in controlling the ball. Now up the sideline, Weston cuts back, looking for support, and gets around Alder. Ball played into Buse, and ball cleared away by Mantine. Cut out by Alder, one back by the Templars. Ball lands for Gonzalez to Aparicio. And Aparicio will go all the way back to her goalkeeper in Grace Mallon. Mallon will boot this one away. Ball coming out now for the Ogden Tigers as Bella Gray in possession. Manti winning it back with Brooklyn Olson. Brooklyn Olson doing a great job keeping that one. Comes off of Aparicio. Quickly won back by the Ogden Tigers. All the way back to Milan. And comes out now to Chloe Olson. Olson trying to get around one. Gets around two. Chittister there. And Grace Mallon off her line collects. And is able to clear this one away for the Ogden Tigers. Brought in by G. G playing it up to the near sideline for Litz. Litz back to Buse. Buse to G. Gets it in the middle looking for Sophia Gray. Cut out by Olson and booted away by the Templars. Here comes Chloe Olson now in possession. Stolen by Aparicio. And Chloe Olson doing a great job to win it back for the Templars. Ball played in, but nobody there. It'll go back to Mallon, and Mallon will boot this one away. Litz comes across, gets a boot on it. Ogden back in possession. Litz up the sideline. As that one will just go out of bounds and out. Throw in coming up here for the Tigers. Litz to throw it in. Takes a bounce. Bella Gray trying to bring it down and in. And Bella Gray called for a foul. 33-30 left to go here in the second half. The Manti Templars up 2 goals to nothing, or down 2 goals to nothing against the Ogden Tigers. Goal scored from Waston and Bella Gray. And now here come the Templars with Olson. And that ball booted away. Bella Gray bringing it in. Nice touch to get it over Tanner. Gray into the middle. Ball stolen by the Templars. Quickly won back by Ogden. Comes out now to G. G cuts inside. G plays it up, looking for Sophia Gray. Gray with a nice ball into Buse. Buse into the box. Buse far post. And Weston trying to get on the end of that one. And it skims past the far post, out of bounds and out. Goal kick for the Templars.
Ogden substitution, number 7, Abigail Wallace.
But what a great buildup by the Tigers. That ball through to Buse behind the defense. And Buse, I think, caught between getting across into Weston or taking a shot at the near post, and ends up putting a little bit too much as Weston can't get on the end of it. The Templars here on the other end committing a foul, and a free kick coming up for the Ogden Tigers. Up 2-0 here in the game 2 of the 3A semifinals. The Morgan Trojans awaiting an opponent in that 3A championship game. Weston gets a header on it. Weston now cuts inside, gets it on the right. Weston from distance, saved by Whitney, spilled in front of goal. G is there. G trying to get a shot off and cleared away by Manti. Seren G picking it off after Alyssa Whitney forced into a save and couldn't get the shot off. Here's Weston now. Saved by, booted away by Jimenez, and G now with the shot that goes straight into Alyssa Whitney. And Whitney can boot this one away. Takes a bounce over Mickelson. Hannah Lewis gets a boot on it. Brought down by Chittister. Chittister plays it out wide to Mayfield. Back now to Mayfield. Mayfield looking to play it back to Chittister. Ball given away. Ogden Tigers back in possession. Gonzalez boots this one up. Lands at Rasmussen. Rasmussen now looking for options. Stolen away by Sophia Gray. And now here comes G. G plays it up to Gray. Gray with a nice touch out to Buse. Buse into the box, crosses it in. Here comes Gray. Gray trying to get a shot off, but the Manti Templars doing a great job defensively to clear this one away, only to find another Tiger. Belagray with a nice flick out to Aparicio. Stolen by Manti. Here comes Olsen. Olsen playing it to Brooklyn Olsen, cut out by the Ogden Tigers. And nothing there, as I believe that was Abigail Wallace who gets caught up in the turf and goes to ground. And a substitution's coming up here for the Manti Templars. Bridges back into the game, as well as Leslie Mireles.
Number 10, Kesley Mireles.
And now Rasmussen and on the bench, a opportunity for Manti here that just goes out. And the Tigers here with an opportunity to boot this one away. Templars get this one out. Ball lands at Chloe Olsen, Leslie Mireles. Ball given away. Jimenez will cover this one for Manti. Boots it out. Leslie Mireles now trying to turn and gets it up the sideline to Chittister. Chittister against Litz. And Litz doing a good job here to win it back for Ogden. Mireles back in possession. Trying to get it to Chittister on the sideline. And instead goes out for an Ogden throw. Ball played in, comes back to G. G looking for options, plays it to Gray. Gray back to G, nice ball from Bella Gray. Back into G against Mireles. Plays it into Bella Gray. Bella Gray trying to turn, now looking for options. Gets it to Aparicio. It's Abigail Wallace losing out possession, taking a shot from distance. And that one goes wide. Good awareness here from the Manti Templars to see that Grace Mallon was off her line and the goal was open. Unfortunately, can't put that one on frame as it goes out of bounds and out. Here come Ogden on the other end. Nicely stolen by the Templars. Mickelson can't get a touch. Gonzalez boots it away for the Ogden Tigers. Jimenez now for Manti. Ball given away as Weston pokes it through to Buse. Tanner comes across and boots this one out. A throw-in for the Ogden Tigers over on that far sideline. 27:03 left to go here in the second half. And as things stand, we'll have a rematch of last year's championship game. The Ogden Tigers, the defending champions, beating the Morgan Trojans in last year's 3A championship game. Right now, the Ogden Tigers set back to head to another finals matchup against the Morgan Trojans. Still plenty of time for Manti to get back in this one. Right now, trailing 2-0. Bella Gray from distance, and Bella Gray does it again. Gets her head up,
Goal.
picks off that back far post.
Bella Gray.
And Bella Gray with a brace adds a second for herself, a third for Ogden. And the Tigers in full control here in the 3A semifinal. .26-28 left to go.
Substitution.
In the second half, Bella Gray has taken over in the second half. 2 goals from distance.
And Alicia Francisco.
As the Tigers lead it 3-0. Ball back in play, Gonzalez. We'll play it back to Mallon, and Mallon will boot this one out. Goes up to that far sideline for Wallace. Wallace can't keep it in. Out of bounds and out, Manti Templar throwing over on that far sideline. Bridges trying to bring it in, can't, as it goes out of bounds and out for the goal kick. Despite coming into this 3A tournament as the number 6 in the RPI,
Riley Thomas.
first-year head coach Alexis King and this Ogden Tigers side finding the form at the most perfect time of the season. They have been hot, they have been on fire in the tournament, and the defending champions aren't going out without a fight. See if the Manti Templars here can pull one back. As Gonzalez stealing it. Weston now turning against Jimenez. Weston at the top of the 18. Weston with the shot, and Whitney with a huge save. Alyssa Whitney, the junior goalkeeper, denies a fourth from the Ogden Tigers. A corner kick coming up for Ogden. The cross whipped in, back post, takes a deflection. Gray taking a shot from distance, spilled by Whitney, and Alyssa Whitney able to recover. It's 3-0 for Ogden, but don't let the scoreline deceive you. Alyssa Whitney has been absolutely phenomenal for the Manti Templars in this one, coming up with big save after big save. Made one there just a little bit ago. And Alyssa Whitney, the junior goalkeeper, has been big for Manti all afternoon long. Ball goes out over on the far sideline. Substitutions coming up for the Ogden Tigers as well. Ball back in play with Ogden. It's Abigail Wallace over on that far sideline. Ball goes out. Wallace will throw it in for Ogden. Plays it into Bella Gray, who has 2 goals on the afternoon. Bella Gray down after the play. Chloe Olson tries to play one through. Comes off of Francisco. And now Hannah Lewis boots this one out and away. And we'll have a stoppage in play as Bella Gray still down on the turf. Here with 33:06 left to go. Bella Gray down. The training staff for the Ogden Tigers on to take a look at the the double goal scorer tonight for the Ogden Tigers. We'll take a quick step aside here. The Ogden Tigers, the number 6 in the RPI, lead it 3-0 over the Manti Templars. Bella Gray back on her feet over on that far sideline, having to come off after the training staff onto the pitch to take a look at Gray. Ball goes out of bounds and out. We'll have a throw-in for the Tigers over on that far sideline. Manti boots this one up. Chittister trying to bring it in. Francisco winning it back defensively for the Tigers. And now Francisco giving chase. Coming up is Leslie Morales. Morales trying to keep that one from going out of bounds and can't. So we'll have a throw-in coming up here for the Tigers. Taken quickly. Francisco bringing it in. And now Francisco again on the ball. Boots it up. Leslie Morales plays it to Bridges. Bridges turns. Bridges looking for options. Leaves it for Chloe Olson. Nicely defended by G. And ball booted up. Tanner now in possession for Manti. Tanner playing it back to Morales. And Morales doing a good job defensively, denying Ogden from getting that one forward. And another Ogden player down. And we'll have a stoppage in play as another Tiger down. And the training staff for the Ogden Tigers back onto the field to take a look at Briley Thomas, the freshman. Thomas heads for the sideline. The freshman having to head over with head coach Alexis King. And we'll get ready to get the ball back in play with 21:50 left to go here in the second half. The Tigers lead at 3-0 behind 2 goals from Bella Gray and another one from Elle Weston. Weston now here trying to win that ball back in the attacking third for the Tigers. Ball booted out by the Templars. Ball comes out here towards the middle for Ariana Jurgensen. Chittister. Jurgensen gets a touch on the ball. Battling out there is Silva. Now here comes Bridges. Bridges boots it up over the top. Olsen giving chase. Olsen can't keep it in. It goes out of bounds and out once more. A throw-in for the Tigers over on that far sideline. A substitution for the Tigers as well. Francisco heads to the bench for a breather in is number 20, Mindy Frost for the Ogden Tigers.
Ogden substitution number 20, Mindy Frost.
Ball back in play for Ogden. G plays it out wide. Cut out by the Templars. Mickelson with a heavy touch. Sophia Gray does a good job to win it back. Now Ogden in possession. G goes to ground. Foul called and a free kick coming up here for Ogden. It'll be Hannah Lewis to take it quickly over the top. Weston will leave it. As over there on that far sideline, that is Weston now with the ball for Ogden. Here's G. G cuts it back, gets it on the right. Olsen doing a good job defensively. Cut out by the Templars. Here's Mickelson. Mickelson trying to turn, trying to play it to Chittister. Nicely defended by Frost. Getting her first touch since checking in. Here's Sophia Gray. Gray leaves it for Weston. Weston now cuts inside. Weston back to Gray. Gray trying to get it off, and now Gray goes to ground. Leslie Morales gets it up. As that ball coming out for the Templars. Here's Olsen. Olsen playing it to Bridges. Bridges through to Brooklyn Olsen. And Grace Mallon off her line. G. Playing up that sideline over on the far side to Alm. And now we'll have a stoppage in play. Sophie Gray still down, now back up on her feet as
Ogden substitution number 14, Caitlin Jensen.
substitutions coming up here for the Ogden Tigers. Ball back in play for the Ogden Tigers. Goes out over on that far sideline. Another throw coming up here for Ogden with G to throw it in. Substitutions prior to for both sides. Checking in for Manti, number 21, Hattie Rasmussen back into the game.
Substitution is number 21, Hattie Rasmussen.
Checking in for the Ogden Tigers,
26, Megan Buse.
Megan Buse back into the game. Brought down by Buse, her first touch since checking back in. Can't keep it from going out of bounds and out. A throw-in coming up here for the Manti Templars. Quickly won back by Ogden. Here's G in possession, playing it up. Here's Moss trying to poke one through. Moss now past Jimenez, and Jimenez doing a good job recovering defensively. Ball booted away. Buse. Ball out wide. Now back in for Moss. Buse at the top of the 18 goes to ground. And ball out by the Manti Templars. Quickly went back by Ogden. Moss trying to get around her defender. Or excuse me, that was Jorgensen. Now here come the Templars with Brooklyn Olsen. Olsen taking a shot from distance. Nicely saved by Grace Mallon. 16:35 left to go here in the second. 3-0 lead for the Ogden Tigers. As Mallon will boot this one away. Substitutions getting ready for the Templars. Ball booted away. Lands at Buse. Buse can't keep that one from going out. And a late whistle, but a foul called and a free kick coming up here for the Ogden Tigers. Free kick for Ogden. 15:40 left to go in the second half. Nice turn from Weston. Ball bounces through. Moss is there. Moss taking a shot and a nice save by Alyssa Whitney. Forced to make another save. And now booted away. Chittister with the heavy touch is able to bring it in. Chittister turning, looking for options, and boots it up. Trying to play one in behind for Olsen, but that one will just roll through out of bounds and out. A goal kick coming up here for the Ogden Tigers. Substitutions coming up for both sides.
Number 15, Danny Alter. Into the Ogden lineup, number 4, Annalena Aparicio.
Aparicio back into the game, as well as number 15, Danny Alder, in for the Manti Templars. Battling out possession over there is G and Bridges. One out by Bridges as that ball goes out of bounds and out for the throw. Another substitution here for the Templars. Checking back into the game is Lillian Waston. Out comes Chittister.
Number 5, Lillian Waston.
Cut out by the Tigers. And a tire goes to ground, nothing called. Nice step from Silva, takes a deflection. Aparicio now boots this one out. It goes out of bounds and out over on that far sideline for a Templars throw. In the attacking third for the Templars. Olsen playing it in. Comes back out to Olsen. Olsen crosses it in. And nothing going there for the Manti Templars. It goes out of bounds and out for the Ogden Tigers goal kick. With time running down here on the game 2 of the 3A semifinals. Ogden in control with the scoreline, 3-0. With 13:30 left, Aparicio goes to ground, a foul called, and a free kick coming up here for Ogden. Hannah Lewis will boot this one away for the Tigers. And as things stand, we'll have a rematch of last year's championship game. Ogden taking on the Trojans in the 3A championship game. Ogden, the defending champions, back with an opportunity to defend their crown. With 12:52 left in this one. Have to just close out here against the Manti Templars. Rasmussen turns, gets it up. A heavy touch from G, lands at Bridges. Bridges playing it out wide to Alder as that ball goes out of bounds and out. A throw-in coming up for Ogden. Substitutions for the Tigers first as G heading to the bench for a breather. Back into the game is number 10, the double goal scorer here in Bella Gray.
Is number 10, Bella Gray.
Back into the game with a brace. Bella Gray turns, spinning out of danger, playing it out up that far sideline for Buse. Buse with a nice turn now. Buse into the box, crosses it in, takes a deflection, out of bounds and out. A corner kick coming up for the Ogden Tigers. Set piece opportunity coming up for Ogden as Bella Gray heading over to that far sideline to take the corner. As Gray will whip it into the box. The cross comes in, back post. Nobody's there to get on the end of it. Goes across the face of goal and out the other way. Recovered by Ogden, trying to get it to Aparicio, stolen by the Templars. Here comes Mickelson. Mickelson trying to play one into Olsen. Malinoffer line boots this one up and away. Now Bridges will try to get it back into Olsen. Mickelson taking a shot from distance. That will just go over the bar and out for the goal kick.
Ogden
Substitution for the Tigers. As Bailey Alm into the game.
Replacing number 24, L. Weston.
L. Weston off for Ogden. Ball back in play with the Ogden Tigers. It's Buse over on that far sideline, playing it up the sideline to Bella Gray. Gray cuts inside. Gray looking for options. Gray cuts it back out to her left, brought down by Bridges. And now here comes Bridges. Plays it up the sideline, looking for Brooklyn Olsen. As that ball goes out of bounds and out. Throw in coming up for the Templars. Substitutions for the Templars as well. Number 18, Cambry Thompson back into the game.
Number 18.
As well
Cambry
as
Thompson.
Mackenzie Chittister.
Number 19, Mackenzie Chittister.
Throw in for Manti over on that far sideline.
Ogden substitution number 33.
Bridges.
Thomas.
Pokes one through. Hannah Lewis comes across, clears this one away. Back to Lewis. Lewis boots this one out for Ogden. Moss trying to bring that one in. Gets it out over here to the near sideline for Jansen. And now Jansen playing it up to Alm. Or excuse me, that's Buse. Now in for Bella Gray, and ball cleared away. Throw-in coming up for the Templars here on the near sideline. Chittister to throw it in for Manti. Chittister. Ball booted away. Jimenez gets it back for Manti, only to find number 14, Caitlin Jansen here on the near sideline. Quickly one back by the Templars. Rasmussen doing a good job. Rasmussen goes to ground. And a throw-in coming up here for Ogden. Substitution as well for the Templars. Number 28, Ella Mayfield,
number 28,
back into the
Ella
game.
Mayfield.
Off comes Danny Alder. Substitute or throw in coming up here for the Templars. Chittister into the box. Lands at Bridges. Bridges trying to get a shot off. Nicely defended by Ogden as that ball's booted away. Back in for Wasden. Wasden taking a shot from distance. And can't put that one on frame. Out of bounds and out. The goal kick coming up here for the Ogden Tigers. Substitutions for the Tigers as well. Moss heading to the bench. Bella Gray also heading out. Sophia Gray back into the game.
Also into the Ogden lineup, number 12.
And back is Briley Thomas for the Tigers. Ball brought in and down by Finley G. Wasden now for Manti. Out wide to Morales. Morales cuts inside. Trying to get past G. Cross comes in. Into the box. Hannah Lewis boots this one out. Caitlin Jansen now. Quickly recovered by the Templars. Here's Thompson. Aparicio clears this one out for Ogden. Finley G. Tanner comes across, boots this one out. Austin now in possession for Manti with 6:45 left to go here in the second half. The Tigers in full control. They lead at 3-0 behind a goal from El Weston in the first half, followed up by a stellar performance from Bella Gray in the second half, scoring 2 from distance to make it 3-0. Gerardo checks into the game for the Tigers. Ball booted away by Silva. Hannah Lewis off for the Ogden Tigers. Hannah Lewis also having a great performance for Ogden. Ball goes out of bounds here on the near sideline. Watson to throw it in. Played quickly. Chittister trying to get on the end of it. Morales with the bounce. Rasmussen bringing it down. Finley G doing a good job defensively. Braley Thomas now in the middle of the park for Ogden. Recovers possession as Thomas carries the ball up. Nicely done by the freshman Thomas to keep possession here for Ogden. Cuts back. Looking for options. Ball played in now in the middle. Lands at Aparicio. The Ogden at this point calling off the cavalry. A lot of freshmen and sophomores now into the game to try to close this one out. Ball comes across to Gerardo. Gerardo goes out wide to Wallace. Nice turn from Buse. Buse with an opportunity and poked away by Mayfield. A Templar down after the play. And we'll have a stoppage in play. .451 as Brooklyn Olsen down. Olsen back on her feet. For the Templars, 4:51 left to go here in the second half. Brooklyn Olsen coming over to the near sideline. Substitutions coming up here for Manti.
Ogden substitution number 6, Annalicia Francisco.
Francisco back into the game. Olsen now coming off.
For Manti,
For
number
the
20,
Templars.
Chloe Olsen, number 24, Davey Mickelson.
Olsen and Rasmussen off. And ball back in play. Ball booted away by the Tigers. Morales trying to get on the end of that one. Tanner. Stolen by the Tigers. Here's Jansen on the near sideline. Cross comes into the box. Alm was trying to get on the end of it. And now it's Watson. Gerardo out now to the to that far sideline. A throw-in coming up for the Templars. Nicely done by Chittister on the long throw-in. Mickelson now into the box, poked away by Aparicio. And now Finley G booting this one up. Out of bounds and out once more. Throw in here for Manti. Played in quickly. It's intercepted by Jansen. Aparicio bringing it down. Booted away by Frost. Leslie Morales trying to keep that one from going out. A substitution coming up for the Tigers and a stoppage in play to allow the substitution. 3:25 left to go here in the second half. Ogden will be heading to the 3A championship
Ogden
game.
Substitution number 13, Ariana Jorgensen.
And will take on the Morgan Trojans. Ball brought in by Bridges, given away and one back by Ogden. Mickelson plays it out wide in the direction of Chittister. Trying to cut it back here is the Templars. And booted away by Ogden. By Gerardo. Brought in by Thomas. The shot from distance. Safely into the hands of Grace Mallon. And Ogden here with an opportunity to boot this one out and away. Chittister out on that far sideline. One back by the Tigers. A Templar down after the play. Ball into Buse. Buse to Alm. Alm with the shot. And Alm can't keep it on frame. It goes over and out. And Alm can't keep that one from going over the bar. Good opportunity for Ogden to try to add a fourth. A Manti Templar down behind the play with 2:19 left to go. Mayfield will have to come off.
Manti substitution number 21, Hattie Rasmussen.
Hattie Rasmussen back into the game. Mayfield makes her way back over here to the near sideline. Ball booted away by the Templars. Ball comes out to Leslie Morales. Morales looking to play it up for Manti. Will instead support herself back with Tanner. Tanner up the sideline. Waston trying to bring it in. Waston with the touch. Waston playing it up to Bridges. Nicely defended by Gerardo of the Tigers. Brought in the middle of the park by Brayley Thomas. And now here comes Chittister, excuse me. Jimenez comes across, pokes that one away. Ball up the sideline. And a offside flag raised. 1:13 left to go here in the second half. Time running down at Zions Bank Stadium. Again, it'll be the number 6 in the RPI, Ogden, moving on to have a repeat of the last year's championship game. Ball booted out. Comes out now to Buse. Buse for Ogden, trying to cut it inside the box and cleared away and out. A corner kick coming up for Ogden with 25 seconds left here in game 2 of the 3A semifinals. 15 seconds left. We'll see if Ogden will whip it in. They do. The cross comes into the box,
10, 9,
and booted away by
8,
the Templars.
7, 6,
Bridges
5,
the countdown.
4, 3, 2,
and that
1,
will do it.
0.
It is the number 6 in the RPI, the defending champions in the Ogden Tigers, who prevail.
For the 3A state championship at 11 a.m. this Saturday.
A 3-0 lead, a 3-0 win for Ogden will set them up for the 3A championship game against the Morgan Trojans on Saturday. Good performance here by the defending champions, and now they will head to the championship game for an opportunity to defend their crown. And that's going to do it for us here on the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com, as always, presented by Heinemann Associates. I'm Alex Annapolis. Big shout out to our guy Tino on the camera, and from the entire Rewind Sports family, we thank you for watching. Don't go anywhere. More semifinal action coming up next. 2A semifinal, game 1 coming up, as the American Heritage Patriots will be taking on the St. Joseph Jayhawks. That's coming up next here on KSLSports.com.